And here we go. Let's see what awaits us in here. May 11, 3 p.m. Temple. I still hate the name. Well, hate between quotes because I love puns. What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. Oh, thank you for a flashback. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecutor. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act and against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused Maya Fey. On the defense, Phoenix Wright, guilty, but with sepia. I forgot how to say. Forgot how to say it in English. Flashback tone. Mr. Wright. Albie. So the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now? I'm worried about that too. Right now. I'm going to drink some more water. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Satmahi. Yes? This dagger has a trucker hat! No. Bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Ooh, my voice is... Ugh, I cannot hear this. Right now I need to focus on the next trial. Murder of Acolyte Zelot, right? At least the jury is still out on that one, so to speak. The murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zelot's murder, might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you in any way I can. Appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. I have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. Dots. That. Your benevolence? Princess Raifa? Oh, it's you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murder under the Defense Culpability Act. See, she hasn't lost any of her charm. Got in my throat. Dots. My long face! I want to do a really dumb thing? Okay. Control C and does that. Yeah, perfect. I can do that kind of shit whenever I can. Thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. Yeah, the Detective Comics Act. I am in no mood to take joy in your suffering, for I was unable to defeat you and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. Yes, that answers my question. Have I misunderstood the voice of the Mitama yet again? This cannot be. Ah! And then she died. We are chronicling a flashback. Nah. Lady was the friend my client. I can't wait to see her looking so sad like this, though. Your benevolence. Your benevolence? Oh, perfect. Thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. Still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? You mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove Maya innocent tomorrow. But why? Why did you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Investigate all you want, I care not. Really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate like forge evidence? What's this? If life unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know? Wanted, you know? Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Yes, I see your point, Barhead. Yes? I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. Huh? Explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest Soul. Yes, of course. That's still an explanation. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. Must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. You, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. But your benevolence? It's okay, you don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. First, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Would you mind holding on onto some evidence for me? Of course not. I'm always glad to help. Unnecessary evidence, I'll load it onto Albi. Albi, sorry. May the Holy Mother blessings be upon you. Now then, the scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found on the Plaza of Devotion. Move! May 11, Plaza of Devotion. It's Plaza, right? Looks like the police already finished their investigation. I think someone will be killed here. The place devoted to prayer. Body outline and flowers? Did someone leave them here in memory of the deceased? There's something different about the prayer flags today. As the High Priest disciple, Acolyte Zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the High Priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. So I keep trying to tell you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this. You can prove this. How? What do you think I'm doing here? Getting dirt and dust for the trial? You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your lawyerly ilk are so reviled. Mr. Right? Emma? Yay! Emma! It's that detective from your country again. It's the princess! You seem displeased that I'm here. Oh, no. Don't be silly. Mr. Right, I'm sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. And if I had just done mine... Mr. Right, it's no use crying over spilled milk. Oh, would you mind telling me what you know about the murder? It's do or die in tomorrow court, and I mean that literally. Gladly, I'll help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. We're talking to a professional here. Let's see, how about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure. The victim is Purai Selot. Purai Selot. Is that another pan? I'm trying to get as many pans I can from these games. Sorry, I got distracted. Who's the High Priest disciple? Smartphones. I find it weird to see a smartphone anywhere in video games in general. It's weird, I don't know why. His body was discovered around noon today. right after the right up. So during the high priest murder trial. That's right. Apparently he had been here praying since the day before the rite even started. Talk about serious devotion. Yeah, it probably lasted a few minutes or seconds. This picture of Mr. Selot's. This is a picture of Mr. Selot's body. There's his upper neck looks like would have been particularly painful. Huh? Is there a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped? We started leaving when the praying was finally done, but the victim remained bent over in prayer, and when they went over to check on him, they discovered he was dead. Right? Yes, estimate time of death is 9, sometime between start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest body. In other words, we believe the crime took place during the purification rite, and the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest. Prosecution believes that Maya came down the stairs after killing the High Priest and then stabbed Mr. Seltz with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death? Apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust into his upper neck. Is the autopsy report? One of these days, Maya is going to be actually estimated time of death. See, how can you know such a thing? Want to know? Well, Barbhead, out with it. Oh, so the princess of the Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science? I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. There's nothing silly about it. I'll have you know, even prosecutors at Mahip hold forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it's nothing much compared to the divination sense. Yeah, you failed twice, and probably guessing you, before I got here, failed 100 more times, but I wasn't here to correct. Here, anyone. She doesn't have an adorable bone in her. She really doesn't have an adorable bone in her body. I think she's actually interested. You may explain it to her. Guess I'll have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death. The most well-known uses the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady pace from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone has been dead by measuring their temperature. I see. That was quite enlightening. Barhead, present your forehead now. What? Why? You feel just a little over 95 degrees. Fahrenheit, I imagine. Seems you are not dead yet. Of course I'm not! But yes, you're still that dead lawyer walking. I fail to see the humor in any of this. Well, you could say your humor is dead. Were there any witnesses? So many people here at the plaza, you'd think somebody would have seen something. I think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. Is that even possible? Everybody was kung fu praying. Okay, that might have been a little bit racist. I just wanted to be like everybody's kung fu fighting. Still fighting, praying. Yeah. Not that funny. Okay, actually time to continue. Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally. Alright, the back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think somebody would have noticed something. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper neck. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer they didn't even see or hear anything. I can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains that there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yes. The music like really happy and we're going to fucking die. Will you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the Warbat dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled in the victim's upper neck. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yes, they were. It's kind of obvious to say, after the internet is filled with videos that use esoteric music as background, but this thing slaps! With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast. What about motive? I had no reason to kill Acolyte Silot. What do the police think about this matter? Foreigner! Oh, wrong button. I'm trying to use only buttons right now. Because I need to have one hand not cold as fuck. I had no reason to kill Acolyte Silot. So you say, but let us know here what the police think about the matter. Police believe Maya is the Lady Kira who has been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Silot was a disciple of High Priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Oh great, people are like having an argument right next to my fucking window. It's amazing! Want to shut up for a second? Yep, I think it's catching them talking. That's just great, great. Thank you. Thank you, neighbors. Okay, time to continue. No way, Maya is that Lady Kira vigilante. Really, on a personal level, the police are just going with that. With what today's trial concluded. Really blew it in court today. So these flowers were left in the memory of Acolyte Silot. What are they called? They are known as the Namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. Seems offering flower in memory of the dead is an universal practice. Oh no! I fear that we're going to actually use that in trial. Your ass. What's the name of the thing? I know I just heard it like less than a minute ago, but I have the memory of a goldfish. The crime line, I'm going to call it. Acolyte Silot died in prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground though. The fact that there's a little bleeding could mean it was a single step to a vital point. Not that that would have been very difficult considering the position he was in. Now this thing. This prayer flag looks like much newer than the rest. Your benevolence, what does this say here? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayer of another is considered rude, but if you must know, it says, at the usual spot, ring grab, the key too. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I have ever seen. I wonder if it is even a prayer. To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate. Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. What's this? You even know how many monks who have given their lives just to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you have been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. The big ass match. Pledge Salad was killed in a prayer pose, with his head with his head bent over like that. The last thing must have been this rock. This is a prayer rock woven by the devout monks. May the Holy Mother blessing be upon his departed soul. Strange that there are no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze. Perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body. Okay, that message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. I have no found or hear anything particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling it quits just yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright? I can't really say at this point. All I know I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? Would advise you to get back to work if you are done here, detective. Otherwise, we'll report you to Prosecutor Sadmahi for dereliction? Dereliction, I heard that word before, but where? I'm going to translate it just in case. Dereliction. Traduzione. Oh, yeah, that's makes sense. Okay, time to actually continue. Sorry about that. Fiction of duty. I'm going. I'll see you later, Mr. Wright. And good luck. I'm going to need it. I should really pay a visit to everyone at every place connected to this case. Probably the High Priest house should be one of the first places I'll go look for, because the wife seemed pretty sus. No, May 11 High Priest house. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you again, but oh, it's you, Bobhead. You're not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Beth, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now I call it Sailor who was like a son to her. Of course I am not, but since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack me, Mrs. Immy. That's probably means she's not a rebel. Yeah, about poor Puree. Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. What about Maya? She's innocent. Maya, here she was found guilty. First, my dear husband, and now Puree. Mrs. Immy, you don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. And I believe my phone is fucking guilty. That is all I have right now, my faith in her. So please help me understand what happened. You are defending her based solely on faith? Though you'll be punished for abetting the accused? That's right. Alright then. Your faith has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Bleb? My lovely wife is not the boat follower of Corainism. Such is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith in my face innocence, I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for their next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy! Wait, I mean, they said family, right? Whoops. Susie's like adopted, so technically it is family. You're forgetting about your daughter, Phoenix. Not blood dotted. You know what I'm getting at. Poor I Zealot. How did Acolyte Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains. 2 years, eh? That time frame sounds very familiar. Came across Burai collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You always want to help those in need, weren't you, dear? I don't think he was the killer. That would be weird. Unless we think, okay, this guy killed his killed the high priest, then felt really bad about it. So he said, I don't want to do this anymore, and killed himself. I don't think it was like that, but still. He'd been living here ever since? 3 years ago. That's around the same time Maya arrived in Kurai. He was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as a disciple. But not only as a disciple, he was like a member of our family too. Let's see. This is where Acolyte Zealot lived. There might be something I could learn about him lying around here. Jesus Christ, my hands are cold. What may I learn about the... What is this? I didn't check it. Aha. Get it? This game looks like checkers of chess, or chess. You mean to say you have never heard of Kachudema? I've heard people describe it as Koreanese chess. So the players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other king? Not quite. Kachudema, the object is the eternalization of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game. Special moves? Sounds like a game right up my alley. Okay, that was utterly useless. Maybe this picture can be of any help. Photo of the High Priest, his wife, and Acolyte Zealot Maya. Since Maya is in it, must have taken the day before the rites. She's like messaging me about it. Okay, let's see what she has to say. I think that would be their final family photo. That no good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, she's posing with the two men who she will soon kill. Make to differ, I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them. That smell of hers does not fool me. There's a deep and abiding malice behind it. Proof Maya smiles is the real deal. Maya smiles. But that's reminds me of Sunny Smiles from Apollo New Vegas. I cannot do this, can I? Fuck. Okay. Be sad. Can I ask you about this photo? Was taken during the Feast of Blessing, the day before the rite was held. The Feast of Blessings? Do you mind telling me a little more about it? Why not just get into it? This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. The Feast of Blessings? Oh, come on! You're just asking again! Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it's performed. Dangerous dishes full of gingil, an herb known to strengthen the body and mind. Sorry. You love the gingil-based dishes I make, didn't you, dear? Gingil. You can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, only between noon and 3 p.m. That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? Very good guess indeed. It is to ensure that the smell is gone by the time Lady Kiras is welcome the next day. Oh, is it really that strong? Come to think of it, they haven't taken me for the murder. An overwhelming odor was all over town. It was like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessings, Purai went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Purai left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. Maybe that can be used in the seasons because how do you say this? Because we're going to like see the senses and smell is going to be one of them. But like surely. Acolyte Salot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. Went to the newspaper. On the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold the whole place had a high over. Everybody praying on like ski, like moving slowly because of the friction. Pray always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I have ever known. I heard about a young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kinda intimidating to me. Oh, I wonder, Miss Phoenix back pain. Thought I'd made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Excuse me, is there anything you could tell me? Forgive me, but I keep thinking about those. If I keep thinking about those two any longer. Bobhead. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. Sorry I have troubled you. I have paid a visit to all the people and places connected with this case. I need to put gloves on. Like, this is not a joke. I'm actually putting on gloves because my hands are that cold. And it's not that annoying when playing PC gaming. Goddamn, they really had to go upstairs like there was fucking apocalypse. Think about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? Okay, no, I don't think we have seen everything and everyone connected to it. Let's see. Inner Sanctum? Maybe? Nope. The Bazaar. I always found it weird how Bazaar is written in English. Detention Center, I'm guessing. Yep. May 11. Detention Center. I still wonder, did they choose May because of Maya, or they just chose it? How do they choose the days for the... Sorry. I really had to do that. Don't ask why. Do they choose the dates randomly? Or they have a whole fucking plan? I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I sure looks tired. So sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today. Sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too, and you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll never commute your sentence if you do. I could never abandon you like that. I not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just... Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out. And upside down, you'll see. Okay. Dots, I'm tired of you just staring. Stop staring and say something from the beginning. You're awfully quiet, Your Eminence. It's only a matter of time until your execution is carried out. Simply thought I would allow you to a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet. We won't till the bitter end. There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. We're not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from the neophyte practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Scary. Wait, is that her attempt as a at comforting me? Barhead, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle, accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. Then perhaps your sentence will become... Hold it right there, Your Benevolence. Why did you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... What's the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. That's why I told you to... Sorry, I... told you I'd... will come to no... No, it won't. Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do. He's defending his client, no matter what. No, there's no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice, where we have the divination seasons. But your insights were wrong. Twice. They really like using that animation. No. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? The victim's souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error? You dare bring Her Holiness' name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney! Please, you two, enough already! Sorry, Nick, I got a little carried away. That's not really me, huh? No, I should be thanking you for... Yeah, it's good to have you in my corner. Literally. How did you mock me so? You will not get away with this. Was a fool to show you compassion, to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle what you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts, as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. I can see straight through that concerned smile of your face, you know. She may say these terrible things. It's just the way she was raised, I guess. Not murder. You try and remember what happened one more time? I'm trying as hard as I can. She was hit by a rock. That's it. This is not Maya Fey. It's someone being possessed by the death spirit of Maya Fey. Nah. I'm trying as hard as I can. But I can't really remember anything from the middle of the ride of onward. Alright, you suddenly felt sleepy and everything after that's a blank. And so I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the one who was around dressed like Kira, Lady Kira. Though it's kinda cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Right. Oh, that was a short one. Are you close to Acolyte Cellar? I met several times during meters about the ride. I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the ride? Wait, I think that symbol on the back of his neck is a symbol of the High Priest, but like we see it reversed because he's like down. Yeah, we this super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I couldn't eat that. Sincerely, I'd like it, but it was sort of at first bite. Like, the salty noodles are at Eldon's noodles. It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that, and then let it simmer for a really long time. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen too. And at that point, no, I miss ramen too. Um, so what's a like salad like while you were eating? He seemed to be enjoying the food. As soon as we were done, he left to go pray. What did you do? I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. Okay. He going away so quickly? Sounds suspicious. My idea of he killing the high priest isn't looking that bad now. Princess witnesses in the description of events. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? When the raid started, it was just me and Naborimi. But the season's vision showed a third figure who liked Lady Kira. I know. Lady Kira, wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Yeah, let's stay focused on the case, shall we? It was supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. But what if she came down from the sky? Like that bushy beard paratrooper? That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plum Punisher TV show, right? How do you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. Oh, but got it this time. Must have been a secret room with a secret door in the inner sanctum. There are 88 secret Plum Punisher bases here in Khura'in. Will you please stop talking about the Plum Punisher show for a second, Maya? Guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Maya! Nah, I can't get mad at this. Well, I should get going now. Sorry it wasn't any help. Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the Chargers tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. And we'll go grab dinners at the Eldunes. Or your favorite burger joint, you pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large hamburger steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds. You can have whatever you like, but first I have to beat the Chargers. I almost forgot. What is it? Have a favor to ask? Okay, but why are you whispering? Why are we whispering? For at least something the High Priest's house. It's super important. You mind getting a hold onto it for me? Sure, so what is this super important thing? In fact, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets. That doesn't sound important. How could you... That does sound important. How could you leave something like that lying around? Experience all the whispering. If I found out, I'll I will break loose. Look, that's Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Oops, don't tell anyone I told you that. But just forget to say anything else. It's supposed to be a secret. Some secrets contain secrets? Imagine that. What are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. Just she forgot something and I told her to go. And I told her I'd go get it. You're up to something. I just know it. Think unique. I'm counting on you. Real name of Lady Kira, huh? Thought Kira was her name. Well, May 11, High Priest House. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? No answers. The scene is probably out right now. Well, I'll just get whatever I came for. I am watching you like a warbat. Like a warbat, barhead. I'd better not steal anything. Never do something like that. Just here to get what my asked for. Then get on with it. I would if you just stop interrupting me. This was her bag with the steel samurai on it. Ah, here's my bag. What is that strange pattern on her back? It says steel samurai. He's the hero of an action show. Oh, back in my country. Na 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 na. Technically Maya's favorite show. She got all the sorts of merchandise related to it. See, it looks strangely similar to the Plum Punisher. They are similar, but Steel Samurai definitely came first. See, how interesting. That seems generally intrigued. There must be a common thread between Plum Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plum Punisher fan? But I digress, I think. But I digress. Okay. I better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. There'll be a ton of cigarettes that Maya was talking about. Okay, let's open it up and see what's in it. Well, Barhead, are you finished now? Hold on a second, the string around it's coming undone. Oops! You fool! Do not lay eyes upon it! Put it away, quickly, before we go blind! Relax, man, you slept. This is a tome of secrets. You trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and cut your eyes out. Alright, this book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your Reverence, would you mind if I ask you some questions? The Tome of Secretos. No. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Yeah, but you already spoken a lot to an outsider just like me, so let's get on with it. I think. Give me a second. Well, can't you make an exception? You insist. Nina? Wouldn't she be... Purpose following book, yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite. Very important? What's really inside? No one knows. Yes, I see. Really? Is it alright to reveal that? Your benevolence? Patience! The book contains Lady Kira's true name. Her true name? Is a name really that important of a secret? To Cryani's priestess, a person's name is the one of the most important things to know. So, what's important about a name? Without a name, a priestess' voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. This is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. Spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name. I get it. It's like when you see someone and in a crowd you recognize but you don't know their name. Makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed, you must know the spirit, face, and true name before you can commune with it. This is the same for Cry's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. The queen has a secret art? Yes, the medium thing. It is something foreigners such as you could never hope to guess. Yeah, thank you, Maya, for spoiling it. Cleansing spirit channel is a secret art that only can be performed by the queen. No one is supposed to be able to do it. I should pretend this is all news to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. Yeah. How do you say bocazas? Well, I mean, when you say someone has a big mouth, you mean that they let out secrets really easily and whatever. I think, I'm not sure. Could you tell me about this secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret of the spirit channeling. I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. The right lawyer could not challenge spirits simply by learning of the technique. The right is a bit hard, I will settle for second. I said you have the look of a tentacle hack frog upon your face. There is a tentacle hack frog! Does that exist even? Let me look it up. You didn't hear that right, I said, let me look it up. Okay. Tentacle hack frog. Ah, curious. It does not exist. At least with that name. Spirit channeling. That's where Miriam lets a spirit possessor her body to return to our world, right? Oh, now I see you have done your homework. Oh, I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring you back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. I think they're pretty shocked when they are come back from the ancient times. Indeed, spirit memory is cut off the moment of death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment it is channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all the memories it had in life. Wait, is that a plot hole with like? Oh, fuck! I forgot her name. Like, hey, what? Oh, like, oh, what's the name? My sister. Fuck! I forgot about it, and I feel bad. Well, she like appeared to us. Set up those things. I had memories of it. I think. Well, she was channeled, but there was her spirit going around. It's weird. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Queen have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That's why we have never been invaded and how we have maintained our unique culture. So spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed. And that's why only those with the power of channeling to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring land. Ooh. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their ways in life and look to Cryonism for their salvations. Among them there are those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands. There is neither driven from their own land. Espen Payne definitely fits that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Can you channel spirits or benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There's still much I must learn. But now the divination sense takes me to the very limit of my ability. So her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Oh, don't be ridiculous! It is written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop! Missing Seasons was one of the important roles fulfilled by the Queen. That is what my mother taught me when I was little. So the Queen can perform the dance of devotion? That's be a sight to see. Someday I will be a powerful priestess, and a queen just like my mother. Divination says this is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence. You shall see. It will not be long before I too master the secret art of spirit channeling. Will be a magnificent queen, who unites her people for the greater good of Khura'in. I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. That's okay. That makes sense with what I say. Going to ace that test and become the next master. After that, I can let my clan and the other villagers down. After all, sorry. Looks like she actually has something in common with Maya. You quite through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about speed channeling. That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case. As far as I can tell. Or does it? Well, having in mind that Lady Kira's name is in that thing, maybe, just maybe, Maya actually got possessed by Lady Kira, but Lady Kira didn't actually kill the priest. If the Queen is a spirit medium, you're about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira? I guess she saw through that one coming. Those are indeed witless breed. The day of the ride, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe that the Queen of Khura'in would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate. Rather than this is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... We're there, after him! Don't let him escape! What is that, all that racket? Let me get the... the bearded guy. What, that escape prisoner has surfaced here in town? Escape prisoner? Yeah, the guy from the trial. You mean that guy with the bushy beard? Birds? Beard. Bird. I don't know how to say it. There's no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look. Wait! Bazaar. May 11, Khura'in Bazaar. Oh, my aching back. Forgot how badly I injured it. Oh, I need to do some stretching exercise more when I get back home. Oh, Mr. Wright. Oh, I thought it was a guy. Hey, Albay. That horrible. Have you seen? Are you right, sir? 1 second. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. Heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He's appeared in this area. He couldn't have taken to the air again, could he? Puppet, told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you to for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Arbol could be lurking nearby. What sort of princess would I be? If all it took was an escape prisoner to frighten me. It's fearless. I'll give her that. Well, you're fearless too, Phoenix. Okay, I can be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I may as well search the area myself. If I were an escape prisoner, where would I hide? Okay. Time to activate detective vision. There it is. Manhole cover. It's open. Dog noises. No. Well, why is it Shadow? He sniff out somewhere something in the manhole? I wonder. Could Shadow track Mr. Arbol if he had something with the rebel scent on it? I don't know. I feel like I got something with Mr. Arbol scent on it. Something he might have touched. Something he might have touched. What could have been touched? Oh, yeah, I can see the name. Priestess acting as Lady Kira representative must know her name. That name is Imsan. Speaking this name is unforgivable. Fuck! Lock this knowledge deep in your heart. Devote yourself to prayer. This thing? Here, Shadow. How about this? Hope it works. Think he picked up a scent? Dog run. You mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit? By all means. I knew you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy. Dog. John Violence, I'm heading down the manhole now. Could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait! Don't worry, I won't come in any of those misdeeds you're worried about. That's not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Oh, are you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why would you let such length in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, then you might commit your sentence. I'm doing this to prove Maya's innocent. But how can you be so sure of the accused's innocence? She has already been found guilty. Don't worry, maybe this extra in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this train inside out and upside down, you'll see. Okay. Believing her, if she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyer must ask their clients to do their end. That's just what they do. You lame brain, do what you will. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Dog noises. Be careful. Let's see what the hell's going on here. Sorry. Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. I can't see a thing. Wham! Ah! Do we continue? Oh, what happened? I went into the manhole and then... Oh, you finally came to! Don't remember that face anywhere. That dragon symbol on his armor. That's the mark of the rebels. Can be no mistake. See him. That's Sarbol. Yes. No. They got a little trouble with you back there. I thought you were cops. But you're making that face. Hey, want an apple? I thought it was going to kill me. I'll buy some apple, but thanks. I don't mind a little apple, but not right now. What is this place? This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Dirk. Right now, we're using this as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a second. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office? What else? Really? Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yup, just like you. Crane, spelling enemy number one is an ex-lawyer? Didn't see that coming. I hope that's sarcasm, Phoenix. I don't suppose I'll be coming around here. I'll be coming around here anymore. You won't? Are you planning to flee or something? It's just I want to get out of the rebel business. Dad, I've been hounded by the cops and all that, so I came by to pick the last of my stuff. Really? Let's see. It's all dark into the info into the Minister of Justice. Then just leave out of Orion. Wait a second. You gotta keep piece of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax. I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, and sorry I was punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest, Rostemi, and his acolyte, Pray Selot. Sure, I tell you whatever I can. I don't know if it'll be of much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so... I wonder how true that really is. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest murder. Well, I don't remember much about that. Banging my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with the murder, I meant it. Okay then, where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. Must have been out cold the whole time. You didn't see the crime happen at all. You got that right. And why didn't you say you did when you testified? About that, since I didn't remember a thing, I was afraid I seemed suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has cost me? Sorry for the trouble. It was definitely my bad. Doesn't seem very sorry to me. So, the line you were at the scene of the crime, you were involved in it. Got it. So, Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yup, he was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law and as mighty as a dragon. You could strike terror into a prosecutor's hearts just by glaring at him. They all call him the dragon. Call it the Dragon Slayer. Even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. You've got to be kidding me. But, most important of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused, no matter how the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you mean by the will of the dragon? Yep, that will be it, actually. The work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. He didn't give up, no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not like Dirk, I might add. Thanks? Even if a big part of that beating I took was because of you. Probably should give him this thing. They're preparing it for me leaving the rebels? No, you can keep it. I'll just ask him what I can do for now. Guess I'll examine a bit the place. Oh, that's a book. Is this a law book? The mark has been burned into the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That's Dirk? That's right. That's the mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section of the Defense Culpability Act. Must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. It's practically wore out the entire section. Ooh, cool jacket. Is there coat of yours, Mr. Arbol? Nah, it belongs to the Arbol Leader Dark. It's pretty impressive. I like the color too. Wanna try it on? Really? You're sure it's okay? Of course, very good. I'll look right on ya. Oh, then don't mind if I do. It smells so moldy. Leave your fell for it. That thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self, don't trust this guy ever again. This is a cool jacket, though. So loud there, Lillian underground. Must have brought me here through there. There's no reason for me to leave yet. Should see what else Mr. Arbol has to say. They really hate the Holy Mother too. There's a knife they went deep into that photo of the Queen. Oh, it's not the Holy Mother, it's the Queen. Better remember to stay on the good side. What are these pictures? This looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. The ones that look really old. Oh, this was taken about 20 years ago. Oh my! Oh! That's Apollo! That's indisputably Apollo! That's not Dirk's sons. No! That's Apollo! Hey, so this is the rebel Dark in the center? He doesn't look so evil. And both of his sons look kind of familiar. The one on the left is Yuri. Oh, but you know him persecuted Satmahi. But Satmahi is Dark's son? That is! Yuri was once a rebel too. He used to really respect his old man, both as a father and a lawyer. But he becomes a persecutor. Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death sentence. Death warrant. Kind of the Defense Culpability Act, right? Yeah, that's why Yuri decided to be a persecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. Well, I never guessed it. Looking at him now. You can say that again. Dirk is battling to change his Crane's little system. The will of the dragon spurring him on. You all thought Yuri was taking up the mantle to carry that will too. We're sure he'd help overthrow Garen one day, but you see, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself. He no longer carries the wheel of the dragon. Huh. What happened between the father and the son to come to this? And what about the other child in the photo? Come on! It's been days since you've probably seen him! At most weeks! A month! That's That's Dirk adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. His name's Apollo. Apollo? Wait a second, that bracelet. It really is Apollo. That's a rascal, that one. His boy could shake the entire room. Maybe he's out there racing high hell somewhere. Yes, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far he's come, Mr. Arbol's prescription really doesn't do Apollo justice. Hey! We are fun! Dying. Apollo, I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready. I know I can leave Trucy and the office to you. Believe in you, Apollo. Thank you. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's a responsible young man now. He has lost that loud boys though. Gee. I didn't notice a bracelet, but it was covered, so. There's got electricity. Yeah, the power's out occasionally. That's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me sometimes you go out for an entire day. Put all the stuff in the refrigerator. Or just see it for yourself. Forget I asked. I'm afraid what I might find. Can I I cannot click the spider. Food. Pull some platters of food here. We're still warm, as if this was always already prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Arbol. He's the biggest and strongest me. And even bigger appetites, you know. Let's just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after that excitement. Hey! Sorry if I offended you. It's a cookery, right? First, let's start with an appetizer. Thank you for the puns. And he actually, like, fully peel it up now. Where's he getting all those apples from? Ah, you me, Mr. Lawyer Man. I have plenty of silver lizards too. Thanks, but I already ate. Yeah, I should probably ask him about the book. I should at least check it out a bit. Name of her eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed as... Oh. Okay, never mind. Wait, I just noticed something that... No, it was just his thing, but let's check more things in the room just in case. What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of a sign? Yep, that will be his business sign back when this was Dark Surface. Used to be a lawyer, right? He was, but it was really long time ago. This place has seen better day. That's for sure. Oh, I hope he can put his sign back up someday. I wouldn't hold my breath. Okay, anything else I can get from this? Oh, flowers. Scents and wet flowers. The flowers are still fresh. Must have been put here today or yesterday. You put this here, Mr. Arbol. Something's wrong with the flowers. Oh no! This is a tradition thing in Khura'in. Pay no mind. Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon. Please wait, still need to ask you something. Really? Go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? Why were you ordaining sanctum in the first place? Are you ordaining sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I sent to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool for getting... For getting taken in by Dirk. Should I try hightailing an Khura'in like I'm doing? Ooh! God damn, 4 of them! Ah, Cyclops! Well, he's hiding something, but I wonder exactly what until I can undo the locks. Are you exactly trying to hide, Mr. Arbol? Aren't I hiding anything? No, I know how. I'll just have to use my Magatama on him then. Why do you still act surprised sometimes about Cyclops? And to ask you again, why were you ordaining sanctum the day of the murder? More precisely, what were you trying to do there? I can keep asking, but the results still the same. I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. The high priest was a fool. He fell for Dark's line and he sold his own country out. How can you say such a thing about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope, I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Garen regime. Hang on, do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Just like I just said, I wouldn't care less about the whole thing. I keep to differ. This wouldn't be here if this room if you didn't feel a thing. The flower. I heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Khura'in, and the High Priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well, you! What is saying this guy? He has like more faces than several characters. Those flowers don't mean anything. It's just a Khura'in is way of saying goodbye. But I hate the fact that you're mourning his death. You're into this too much. I totally am done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard of the rest of them for days. Tomorrow I'm planning to kiss the kingdom goodbye. No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. I excited you plan on proving that. This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels. This thing, I'm guessing. Found these prayer flags at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? I brought this food for you at your request. Ooh-ha-ha! Ooh-hee-hoo-ha-ha! You're all out leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dark and the rest of them, mind you. You! Are you ready to tell me the truth now? You're good, Mr. Lawyer Man, I admit it. I requested the rob, but I was just taking advantage of it, that's all. What do you mean? My face plastered all over the place, I couldn't stay out of the open anymore. I took advantage of my former currents for some grub and a place to hide. We'll surrender kiss the kingdom goodbye tomorrow. Not buying it. You're obviously lying, I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn inside you. What? That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This proves that the flames of revolution still burn inside of you. The book? I need to save just in case. I don't think I can lose anything in Magatama things, but I don't trust myself, and I think this is it. Dark's book. I'm no lawyer, so what's that got to do with me? I want the mark branded onto the cover. This mark stands for the unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dark's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah, so what's of it? You have that same mark on your scarf tied around your left arm. You wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off, that's all. No, it's a wanted band that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact you haven't hidden the mark yet proves you're still a rebel. What? Think what you want, but you won't. Don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and belief right on your sleeve. Just like me. This is what I believe in. Dots. When a person's back is against the wall, they will always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, always have the will of the dragon with you. And would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? No, because I wouldn't be on matches just to my client's death. No, admit it. Never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? I look in your eyes, just like Dark's. It's like you got the will of the dragon inside of you too. Yeah. I would say so. Revolution. Do the music. I plan to take you out if you turn to be the side of the royals. I think I can trust you. I can't believe that was close to getting shanked here. It's like I said, I had no intentions of leaving Dark's group. In words, you were testing me. And further, I'm a lawyer who's being charged with abetting for a criminal to boot. I seen a fair share of lawyers getting pardoned after weeping at their feet of the Queen. Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I doubted ya. So what are you doing here anyway? I came to get the secret hideout key from a helper. Secret hideout? Yep, I was supposed to get my next order from Dorks there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about this order Dork was supposed to give you? Can I have to abort that mission? I'm just lying low, waiting for a chance to make a contract with Dork again. Hey, what a long face! Actually, again, would you be able to tell me something about the High Priest murder? Sorry to disappoint ya. I know. Let me make it up to you with this. What is it? It's practically a key. It opens up that door or to one of our secret hideouts. I can't say more than that. Anyway, I hope it helps. So, it's a key? Yep. Plus, the hideout is totally unexpected location. I know where it is. The inner sanctum. Being that is super secret, we couldn't have just any other ordinary key. Let's see. Yeah, I'm guessing where it is. This will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brothers in arm. Finding the powers that be. If it help ya, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Haven't been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya is suspect of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me, but whoever she is, she butt-sucked me and hauled me off to Yale. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops, she's been watching us like hogs and framing us for different crimes. Wasn't you like hogs? Like framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go through all that trouble? Kingdom likes to pretend that its people are afraid to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can arrest judges for sympathizing with the rebellion. So they resort to framing people for things they didn't. And that lady here of yours is... Yup, she's just some lick spittle working for the Garen regime. Oh. Oh, so... Superman. Nah, that's a bit mean. And depends on whoever is writing it. Inga! No. His name I find fun. Even without the DCX, the organ's insurgent scum buddies are days unnumbered. What is that supposed to mean? I just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. So what shit if I were you? Cause you got a fine attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. I knew we'd join the rebellion eventually. I was talking about Lady Kira then. But its combat skills, its surveillance and clever setups. It's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying that the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. One regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think. Why don't the people protest if the monarchy is doing things like that? Fundamentally, we don't have any conclusive evidence. Without that, we can't prove anything. I know the feeling. If I bring this up in court, they'll probably dismiss it out of hand. I have to mask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Our goal? To get rid of a devil, no good defense culpability act. I can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book. The DT Act has turned his kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and the prosecutors are the only ones who want heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. It happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law. The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. It happened before he was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. It was a rebel leader Durk who did it. Oh, okay, I have an idea. what if, and probably the last case of this thing is going to be around the murder of Queen Amara. That's something I come to expect from Ace Attorney games. Everything like tying up in a little knot in the end. And maybe the new queen is the one who actually murdered the old queen. And pointed out at Dirk. That sounds actually possible. Dirk assassination assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but the official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling you. He was? Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against the lawyers. That's how the DCR was first passed. Oh, maybe not the queen, but Inga. Someone who is made to be fully fucking hateful. Like, easy to hate. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Khura'in. When was it changed the significance of divination seasons? Significance of divination seasons? Holding seasons in court even before the DCR? You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seasons. You mean like what I've been doing? Right. It's like Dirk used to say. All previous insights are just another piece of evidence. Right. See what you mean about the significance of the divination seasons changing. Yep, the insights became the only truth and the argument against them was banned. As Royal Priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seasons. This time I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman axe. From what I seen, Raifa would agree with that. This kingdom is a shadow of its former self. It's becoming a dictatorship where the royals use a fear of trumped up charges to rule. That's what Dirk's been rebelling against? Yep, all we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. That is the only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. So that's it from behind the rebels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the Fangs of the Defense Dragons. No. That's our ball! It's like that's our ball. Like that. You're going to do that alley hoop thing again, are you? But just get into that. See you when I see you. Alley hoop. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. Now how about that? I've already spent way too much time here. May 11. Khura'in. Bazaar. Is it like nighttime or something? Nope. I haven't been out for that long. Ugh, finally got out of there. Mr. Wright, so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. Oh, so what happened to him anyway? He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. So he wasn't much help. Well, did you find anything of worth? Oh, I tripped and fell down there. Must have been out cold for a while. Better keep things to myself for now. Figure as much. To find that secret high Mr. Orwell was talking about. Should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. Ah, Phoenix Wright. You're slow! You are a slow man. May 11, Inner Sanctum. Arphet, you already searched here, did you not? Oh, just thought I'd look around here, in case I missed something. Police shouldn't tell her I'm looking for a secret rebel hideout. First thing back home, leave no stone unturned. Oh, yes. You cannot stop me. Nor that one. Actually, I don't have a clue it's written all over your face. Yeah, it's probably this bird over here. It's the statue of a bird. Should take a closer look later. Why does he say that? Then indirectly takes a look. Hey, this says missing. How are you doing? You must not touch for no reason. Sorry. But that shape, I wonder. Yeah, you wonder, and I know. Knew it. What? Must be a lot of several words. That doesn't happen too often. What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbhead. I think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. If I'm shocked there's a secret door here, I imagine that goes double for Raifa. Rebel hideout in the inner sanctum? Somebody will pay for this. Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around. Wait, you must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Well, please, I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? You see. Fine, just start explaining for your case. I can only stand so much lorry dribble. But I will be presenting all this information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course, now shall we? I will go no further. Alright, you're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battle. Very good, Barbhead. I commend you for remembering. Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her? I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I will be watching you like a warbat from the entrance. Till you're not going to do anything, better hurry before she changes her mind. Do I move? Yep, I'm moving sides. My 11 secret hideout. I believe this is to be a secret space that enshrines the source of the spring water. That makes sense. The royal must have converted this place into a secret hideout. But what about the warbird revolving door? I wonder if that was originally intended to protect this sacred place. I think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred place. It's a desecration upon Graianism itself. If Fine shall pay for this! Suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset. But the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. I think I brought my camera to snap some souvenir shots. Stop that! You must not take photos without permission. If I really straight up, she's taking her hair in as far as it will go. So she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. Now to search every nook and cranny. Perhaps just because I deserve for me to see your every move, do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things. Heard you the first time! Sheesh. No. Sheesh. So this is the water source that supplies the Inner Sanctum Spring. Goes through a channel built into the floor before heading outside. Ikira uses this sacred water to wash the Tinafel battles from her body. It is also not red like the water in the spring. There's blood here. Oh! What's this? Bloodstain? Should probably try to figure out what happened here. Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrives. The police? Hey, that reminds me. me something specific just for times like this? That it might help your investigation. Here, it's all yours. Wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools. They were confiscated at the airport. Mineral testing fluid. It certainly might come in handy. Hey, it will come in handy. Mineral testing fluids glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood. So can we detect errors when blood has been wiped up? Might help us figure out what happened here. Okay, time to for science to do its thing. First, let me pull these red tinted glasses to see the middle glow. Then just touch wherever I want to spray some luminol. Elsewhere there was blood will react by turning blue. And there's blood here for sure. Okay, it's secret blood we need to find. Huge blood stain. Something big must have happened. Perhaps the high priest blood flowing into the from under the Warbot statues? There was definitely a lot of blood here. And it's impossible to say how much else at this point. Let's take a picture for now. Alright, let me know reaction and show everything for us. I'll just have to take some notes. That should do it. I didn't know this before, but the bloodstain looks like it was made in one place. Is it because the Warbot revolving door was passed over it? The real murder happening here! Hot stone slab. This shaped like a Magatama. Looks rather unstable. I bet they're tip over in an earthquake. What's this earthly grass-like smell? It's the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so this jagged green stuff is moss. Looks like some of the moss itself layout has been disturbed. Wonder why that is. One quick touch can hurt, right? What? This lab is starting to wobble. What is happening? Have you into the sacred space? Nothing. Oh, it was nudged a little. Don't look unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. Okay, I'm touching it again. Because I see the hands thing. Let me... A hand size on here. Is this like a... It's a Plum Punisher calendar here. Now I understand. The villain in the Plum Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. I doubt that's it. And this is the Plum Punisher thing. Look! That is the Bobhead. It's a Plum Punisher clock. I believe it's that limited edition promotional item given to the 50th lucky viewer. This rare item plays the Plum Punisher theme song every hour. I never now, Bobhead. She snatched it away from me. Well, what she says, Rafa definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. This switch, if I'm right. It's the Plum Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. The sergeants who have used this room must be Plum Punisher fans. It may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. Well, could point to Maya, kind of. But in other case... not in like literally other case, but not like obscene formula say. I want a lot of them too. You're lucky we found them before they could be used. Except Barbhead. Thanks. The rebellion will never happen. I hope it's bloodless. Evolution. Obviously a red dragon thing. Who did those filthy insurgents raise their band amid such sacred space? Perhaps Jesus must burn it at once. Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything? This is an exception. Well, if you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you are not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. Microphone? What's this doing here? Someone trying to record something with it? Looks like an order from Dark. Is this? Let me see that. But you are not supposed to touch anything here. This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, Holy Mother! What does it say? It's an order intended for that rebel named Nat. It reads, after the raid, infiltrate the palace and the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume. Search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. 23 years ago, it must have been the assassination of Queen Amara. Wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but doesn't seem to be related to the case at hand. Should not do. Must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Akira's costume is still here, and the body me is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. Well, I think that covers about everything here. What? Where did you come from? Is it right? You shouldn't have come here before the police. Sorry, I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything, but I wasn't supposed to. Everyone's can attest to that. It is your fault for being so slow. Expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Oh, perhaps have you not already seen enough? Yes, it's about time to back to the temple and go everything I learned. Wait, no! Phoenix! Let's search it. Fuck, there are hand things here. Well, I'm going to use the notes things for one. Wait, I cannot use that? The temple, right? Or the... Oh, yep. May 11 temple. Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Fortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. I do not understand, Barhead. Don't you understand? Why did you not commit any mistakes during your investigation? The royal lawyers applied their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mother. Since she was wrong. No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around. What is it? Seguro Sadma, he has need of me. What's going on? Must go perform the divination since for poor eyes a lot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before the trial begins. I see. Third time will be the charm. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow, and I will teach you that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Looks like the royal priestess is back with Avengers. Seeing a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, your benevolence. Overconfident will be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow. Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence. Now we go over everything you know so far. Alright, let's see here. Claycell was killed during the raid of Kira's dagger. Maya fingerprints were found on it. That doesn't sound very good. I know, it's the very definition of being a quick without a paddle. He, for his mother, celebrated enjoy a meal with the high priest and his wife Amaya. So learn about spirituality here and crying. No, that sounds very helpful. Oh, I really heard something interesting. The royal hunting Lady Kira might be working for the justice minister. What? Really? King is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws? Can you allow the people to be controlled by fear and violence? Albeit that sounds like something I might say. It does. If that Lady Kira is really one of Mr. Inga's subordinates, that would accessorize Miss Maya. Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret royal hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. There's a bloodstain inside. I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though. Oh, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum. That will be a huge hit with tourists. This kid is really an entrepreneur at heart. But I mean, is that hideout could be important to your case? Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Looks like I'm heading court without any useful evidence. We just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Mrs. Rifa divination might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help. The division since, but I thought it always works against the accused. Not always. Right, it's like Dirk used to say. Our priesthood insights are just another piece of evidence. Really? Never heard anyone say that before? It's hard to figure out. You sometimes, sir? Even citizens work both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of crime find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow. Thanks, I can afford to lose this next one. Well, there are all sorts of information, but I haven't even started communicating the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. If my insight will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. Okay, to be continued. Yeah, I'm going to save and I'm going to be right back. Because I have to shower. And to stop the